This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, hi there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter, and welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for May the 17th is one Tony Parker. He's 39 years old, French American former basketball player, star for San Antonio for many years. He was picked by the Spurs 28th overall in the 2001 NBA draft and basically became their point guard. He won 4 NBA titles with the Spurs, 03, 05, 07, and 2014. He actually played in France during the lockout and actually finished his career with the Charlotte Hornets. People forget that Tony Parker wasn't a one-team guy. Well, it's rare to see a player spend time with just one team in his career, but Tony Parker always spent it was unbelievable. He is the 9th leading postseason scorer in NBA history. Yeah. 6 NBA All-Star games, never an All-NBA first team, but he got to the second team 3 times. He was the 2007 NBA Finals MVP when they crushed LeBron and the Cleveland Cavs in 4 straight. He actually has been a fantastic player for France in Eurobasket, basically the European basketball championships for countries. What people don't know is that Tony Parker was actually born in Bruges, Belgium, and raised in France. You know, Belgium and France always fight and all that. His father actually played basketball for Loyola in Chicago. You know, the famous school which Sister Jean's around still. In fact, Tony's grandmother, maternal grandmother, was a national tennis champion for the Dutch and all that. And Tony's great uncle was an Olympic gold medalist in rowing. However, Tony Parker would feel enfrailed going to his father's native city of Chicago and would spend time in Chicago. Parker's younger brothers were also heavily involved in basketball, although they wouldn't be in the NBA. So anyway, Parker basically played the point guard position because his speed and agility made it easy for him. He actually was a naturalized French citizen despite having his American nationality. So he would play in the French amateur leagues for a couple of years. He was part of a hoop summit, and actually there was a recruiting war for many schools, including UCLA and Georgia Tech. But he decided to forego the NCAA and stay in France and be eligible for the 2001 draft. So basically, Popovich thought that Tony Parker was worth a massive gamble. All that. Parker was overwhelmed by an ex-NBA player and Spurs scout's physical defense. But then he would find out through a mixtape how good Parker could probably be. Parker got a second chance, and basically he made the best of his second chance, and the Spurs got him. All that. The Spurs were worried about someone taking him in the draft, but thankfully his name was barely mentioned and all that. So yeah. Among the first round picks, not a whole lot of first round picks were good. I mean, yeah, Washington picked Kwame Brown, massive flop. Clippers took Tyson Chandler, who they traded him to Chicago. I mean, that's not a bad move. Tyson Chandler was good. Paul Gasol was good. A. Curry was good, but then he had heart troubles, and basically that ruined his career. Jason Richardson was fantastic. Shane Battier. Joe Johnson from Arkansas. Richard Jefferson, Troy Murphy. Michael Bradley, yeah, he was okay. It was just basically hit or miss. But the big one was Tony Parker going 28th. Vancouver had a chance to pick up him, but of course they picked up Jamal Tinsley. But soon the Grizzlies moved to Memphis, so Didn't matter. The second round wasn't that bad either. Golden State took Gilbert Arenas, who basically made his name with the Washington Wizards. Mehmet Okur was taken in the second round pick. So yeah. Yeah, a lot of teams made a mistake. Let's see, point guards. Vancouver took Jamal Tinsley, Vancouver / Memphis, so that was good. Utah took Raul Lopez from Spain as a point guard instead of Tony Parker, so Utah fucked up. Orlando took Stephen Hunter from Illinois. I didn't know he was a point guard, but yeah, Orlando fucked up. Yeah, not too many point guards in the draft. He would be the backup to Antonio Daniels, but he became a starter and made 77 appearances in his rookie campaign and all that. He would actually become the third French player to play in an NBA game behind Tariq Abdul-Wahad, who was, I can't remember what his name was before that. Olivier St. John, I forgot about that. And Joro Moyoso. He was named to all-rookie first team in the 01-02 season, becoming the first foreign-born guard to do it. So basically, he was a massive guy, being the starting point guard and all that. He actually was very inconsistent throughout the playoffs, despite getting a ring in 2003. And basically, Steve Kerr and Speedy Claxton had to come in and sub him out. After the Spurs tried so hard to get Jason Kidd, Parker said he would need to step it up to be the best point guard he can be for the Spurs. And it worked instrumentally. Unfortunately, Tony Parker again flopped in the finals. This time against the Pistons in 2005. Manu Ginobili and Brent Berry would have to take playmaking duties on. He had a lot of confidence, but, in the playoffs, he wasn't really that well thought of and all that. However, Tony Parker would soon become a fantastic player and all that. In 2007, he didn't have a bad playoffs, and that led him to winning the Finals MVP and, getting his third ring. The first European to be named MVP of the playoffs. Parker with Manu Ginobili and Tim Duncan were basically great triplets for helping their franchise out, that being the Spurs and all that. The Spurs took care of the Miami Heat in the 2004 Finals in 5 games, which was amazing. All that. Parker basically would lose his longtime teammates to retirement, Duncan and Ginobili, and all that. Parker actually set the record for most consecutive playoff appearances, with 221 games, which was amazing. The Spurs would retire Parker's number 9 jersey in November 2019. All that. Parker would sign a contract with the Hornets July of 2018, which was hard to believe. He would play for the Hornets, coming off the bench a while, but then he would retire in June of 2019, ranked 5th in playoff assists and 9th in playoff scoring. He was basically the star of the French basketball team because he was basically what France was like and all that. He was pretty good. He was 6'2". I thought he was a bit shorter than that, but yeah. He looked pretty good for that. So, he had skills for a point guard. Played over 1,250 games in the NBA. He would have 15.5 points a game. Only 5.6 assists per game, which is rare these days. I thought it would be like 9 assists, but anyway. 2.7 rebounds. Playoff-wise, 226 career playoff games. 17.9 points per game in the regular season, and 5.1 assists. Kind of meager, don't you think? So, anyway, Tony Parker is the majority president of the ASBEL French basketball team. All that, which was pretty good and all that. Parker actually met Ava Longoria, from Desperate Housewives in 2004, and they actually got engaged in November 2006. So basically, they were married July of 2007. It was amazing. There were rumors that Parker had an extramarital affair. However, it was dropped because the woman in question who accused Tony, who sold Tony of the extramarital affairs, basically tried to get public notoriety and all that. However, Longoria would filed for divorce in November 2010, saying that it was irreconcilable differences. So anyway, they got divorced in 2011. Then he decided to date a French journalist, Axel Francine, and married in 2014. They have 2 sons, Josh and Liam. Unfortunately, they're separated now. But anyway, he would basically become ambassador for Make-A-Wish France, which is amazing. So yeah. Well, pretty good, don't you think? Tony Parker has been in many French shows. So why not? He's a national hero. So Tony Parker is basically one of the best around. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.